Hey everyone, so let's go into our automation lesson. Now, this is going to be a bit of a lengthy lecture, so bear with me, but there's a lot to cover in automation. So, what's automation testing? Automation testing is the process of using specialized software tools to execute pre-scripted test cases. It's used to save time, increase accuracy, and make testing more scalable. Now, when is automation testing used? Well, it is most effective in the following scenarios. When we do regression testing, we need to repeatedly test existing features after making some changes. Load and performance testing, when we need to test how an application performs under heavy usage. Repetitive tests, when the test cases need to be executed frequently across multiple versions. Data-driven testing, when we need to run tests with different data inputs. Cross-browser, cross-platform testing, when an application needs to be tested across different browsers and devices. So let's move on to the automation tools. And this is going to scare you because there are a lot more than even the ones I listed here. So let's try and go through them one by one, okay? First, Selenium. This is an open source. Open source means that it's a software. The software source code is made freely available for anyone to view, modify, and distribute. It basically allows developers to collaborate and improve the software and create new versions based on the original code. So open source projects are often developed by communities rather than a single company, and they promote transparency, flexibility, and innovation. Some well-known examples of open source software are like Linux, Firefox, WordPress, Python, stuff like that. So why is Selenium popular? Well, it's most widely used tool. It supports multiple programming languages and frameworks. And as you see in the right here, I put WebDriver IDE and Grid. That's because Selenium is an umbrella project. It includes multiple tools for automating web applications. For example, Selenium WebDriver is the core tool for browser automation. Selenium IDE, it's a record and playback tool for beginners. Usually what Selenium IDE does is you launch Selenium IDE in your website, and as you click around, you click login, you type something, you click the password, or you type the password, then you click login, and then you click stop on Selenium IDE. It would have recorded all those steps that you did to log in, and then you can just click play and it'll do that all by itself. And Selenium Grid allows running tests on multiple machines and browsers in parallel. So which one you should use? If you need a record and playback tool, use Selenium IDE. You need advanced browser automation, use Selenium WebDriver. And if you want to run tests in parallel, across multiple machines and browsers, then use Selenium Grid. Okay? Now Cypress. Cypress is best for modern web testing. It's also open source. Why is this one popular? Well, because it's fast execution, real-time debugging, and easy setup for developers. Test Complete. This one is commercial, meaning the source code is kept secret and controlled by the company that owns it. For example, use case would be a GUI graphical user interface, testing for web, mobile, and desktop applications. It supports keyword-driven and script-based testing, and it's popular because it's easy to record and playback features for automation. So like Selenium WebDriver. Next, we got Playwright. This one's also open source. You can automate modern web applications across multiple browsers. It supports JavaScript, Python, Java, and C#. It is a powerful parallel testing and better browser support than Selenium lately. Playwright, I've been seeing more and more companies using that one. Okay, next we have Catalan Studio, which is best for low-code automation. It's commercial, but there is a free version available with basic test automation features. The paid one has advanced features like test case sharing, debugging tools, and integrations. It's also better, it has better customer support. You can use it for web, mobile, API, and desktop testing. It supports Java and Groovy, and it's usually popular because it's beginner friendly. It has built-in test cases and also record and playback options. Okay, next we have Jenkins. So Jenkins is best for continuous integration and continuous testing. It is an open source type. You can do, okay, so CI/CD automation, text execution, and deployment pipelines. It supports multiple languages, Java, Python, Ruby, and some others. This one's popular because it's extensive with plugins. It integrates with most automation tools, and it's widely used in DevOps. Cucumber. So this one's best for behavior-driven development, BDD, testing. It is open source. It's for writing and executing BDD test cases using the Gherkin syntax. It supports Java, JavaScript, Ruby, and Kotlin is one. It's pretty popular because it enhances collaboration between developers and non-technical stakeholders, and it's got easy read test cases. Next we have QTP UFT. This one's best for functional and regression testing. It's also the commercial type. You can do testing for desktop, web, and mobile apps, and it supports VBScript, Visual Basic. So this one's kind of popular because it's robust object recognition, it supports keyword and scripting based automation, and it integrates well with Elm tools. Next we have the Robot Framework. This is open source. It's test automation for web, mobile, and APIs. It supports Python and Java, and it's easy to use. It's human readable, keyword driven test scripts with built-in libraries, extensive libraries, and it has a very strong community support. Next we have Ranorex, or Ranorex. I call it Ranorex. It's best for desktop and web UI testing. It's a commercial type. You can use it for UI, like user interface automation for desktop, web, and mobile applications. It supports, this one is for C#, BB.NET. Next we have Test Studio. This one's best for functional, performance, and load testing. It supports web and desktop automation. It's a commercial type. It's better for end-to-end functional and performance testing for all the web and desktop apps. It uses C#. And this one's popular because it uses advanced debugging tools. It integrates with Visual Studio, and it offers codeless test creation. Next we have RSpec. It's best for behavioral driven development, BDD, testing in Ruby applications. So just remember, when you see RSpec, R stands for Ruby. It's open source. It's great for unit testing. It's usually popular because of a simple syntax, it's readable, test cases, and strong community support. And again, it supports Ruby. Wattier. This one is best for web application. I wonder if people pronounce it Wattier or Waitier. I would think it's like water, only with an I. So Wattier. This one is best for web application testing. It uses Ruby, and it interacts with browsers like a real user. It's open source. You can do web automation testing with real browser interaction. It also supports Ruby. And it's popular because it's lightweight, it's flexible, it's easy to integrate with other Ruby testing tools. Eggplant. This is best for simulating user interactions. Uses SenseTalk scripting. It's a commercial type. Usually people use it for functional usability and performance testing for web, mobile, and desktop applications. It just supports SenseTalk scripting. And it's popular because of the AI-driven testing. There's image-based automation and cross-platform compatibility. Tosca. Tricentis Tosca. Sometimes people list it just as Tosca. Sometimes they put the whole thing. This one's best for end-to-end and API testing and web and mobile and desktop It's also commercial type. People usually use it for continuous testing for enterprise applications, including the UI and API testing. It supports various languages throughout integrations. It's popular because it's model-based automation. There's no code approach, strong enterprise adoption. Jasmine. Jasmine is best for testing JavaScript applications commonly used for unit testing. It's open source and it's easy to use. There's no dependencies required. It supports behavior driven testing. So this is something more developers are going to use unless you do unit testing. Silk Test. So Silk Test is best for regression and functional testing of enterprise applications. It's also the commercial type. You can do automated functional regression testing for commercial applications. It uses Java, VBScript, C#. It's popular because it's strong cross-browser and cross-platform support, and it's a reliable object recognition. LeapWork, there's no scripting required. It's codeless AI-powered testing. It's commercial. It uses codeless automation for web, desktop, and APIs, and it supports visual workflow-based automation. It's popular because it's AI-powered. It's like a drag-and-drop interface, so it's ideal for non-programmers. And Axel Q. This one is best for web, mobile, API, desktop, and backend. There's no code needed. It's keyword-driven. It's also commercial type. It's basically codeless automation for multiple platforms. So no coding needed. And it's popular because it's cloud-based, it's easy to use, and it also integrates well with DevOps tools. Now don't get overwhelmed with all these. I'll tell you from these, let's say the top 4. If I want to do the top 4, I do Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, and Cucumber. That's what I learned right now, and then if you have time, learn the rest. But it's mostly based on the programming language that the company uses or the developers use, so we'll go over that in the next slides. Let's continue with the mobile automation tools. These are the top. Again, if you're like, oh, I know there's this one, I did not list all the tools there are because there's just a ton. These are the most popular or the most widely used. So Appium for mobile automation. Appium is also open source. It's the mobile application automation for Android and iOS, Apple. It supports multiple languages, including Java, Python, and JavaScript. Why is that one popular? Because it works across platforms without modifying app code. It supports native, hybrid, and web mobile apps. Espresso. This one's best for Android apps, Google's automation framework for UI testing. It's open source. It supports Java and Kotlin. It's popular because of its fast test execution. It's built in with Android Studio, which is great for developers testing the app UI, the user interface. And then we got Headspin. Headspin is AI-driven, cloud-based mobile testing platform for real devices. This is a commercial type. It uses mobile testing on real devices using AI-driven insights. It supports multiple programming languages via integrations. And it provides real device cloud access, so AI-based performance insights and network condition testing. Now for performance and API testing, so if you want to be a performance tester that does automation testing, these are the best tools for that. Postman, it is free and paid, so it's commercial, but there's a free version that's available. For API development testing and monitoring, it supports REST, SOAP, and GraphQL APIs. This one's popular because of its simple interface. It's great for automated API workflows, automated test scripts. It's got a user-friendly UI. I mean, that all those make it very popular. Next we have Ranorex, which is best for desktop and web UI testing, also for performance. And Karate, which is best for API testing also, of course, that's why it's under the API list. Supports automation of also REST, SOAP, and GraphQL services. This one's open source, so it's free. And it's popular because of its simple syntax. It has built-in assertions and it's an easy integration with CI/CD pipelines. So here we have a couple that are Salesforce. One's called Provar. This one's a low-code approach. It's best for functional and regression test automation for Salesforce applications. It's commercial, it's paid for. It supports no-code and low-code automation. And Copado, which is a test automation for web, mobile, desktop, API testing for Salesforce applications. It's also commercial, so paid for. And it supports multiple languages via integration. So although it focuses on Salesforce DevOps, it supports CI/CD and enhances test automation within the Salesforce ecosystem. Okay, next we got the programming language that each supports. So let's go through these real quick. So I only listed the top 10 because that covers all the languages, and then it just gets redundant. So these are the top 10 most widely used automation tools in the market today. So Selenium, that one uses JavaScript and Node.js, Python, Ruby, Java, Kotlin, and C#. Cypress uses JavaScript and TypeScript. So while Cypress itself doesn't natively support other languages like Python, Java, or C#, you can integrate it into projects using those languages via APIs or test runners that interact with JavaScript-based tests. Test Complete, that uses JavaScript, Python, VBScript, JScript, Delphi script, C#, C++, and it also supports keyword-driven testing. Playwright is JavaScript, Python, Java, and C#. Catalan, no code, low code, and code-based. The programming languages would be Groovy, Java, JRuby, and Python. Cucumber, Java, JavaScript, Ruby, Kotlin. Qtp UFT, VBScript, so Visual Basic, Test Studio, C#, Appium, this is the mobile one, Java, Objective-C, JavaScript with Node.js, PHP, Python, Ruby, C#, Clojure, and Perl, and Postman, JavaScript, and Node.js. Now, to use these tools, you will need to install something called an IDE. Let's go to the next one. What's an IDE? So an IDE, it's Integrated Development Environment. It is a software application that provides a comprehensive set of tools that developers need to write, test, and debug their code. So basically, the IDE is like a workshop for developers. It provides all the tools they need in one place to make coding more efficient. So the IDE you choose typically depends on the programming language you're using. Those some IDEs support multiple languages. So here's an example with Selenium. We'll go over the most used IDEs for software testers specifically because there are some IDEs that are better meant for developers. Okay, so for Selenium with Java, that means if you type with Java, you would use Eclipse IDE. That one's lightweight, popular for Java Selenium testing. Or you could use IntelliJ IDEA. It's more powerful with advanced code assistance and debugging. For Selenium with Python, you would use PyCharm. That's the IDE. It's best for Python. It offers smart debugging and auto suggestions. Or you'd use Visual Studio Code, which is lightweight and customizable with extensions. For Selenium with JavaScript, Node.js, you would use also Visual Studio Code. It's more popular for JavaScript-based testing. Or WebStorm, which is great for JavaScript and TypeScript with built-in debugging. For Selenium with C#, you would use Visual Studio, which is best for C# because it has built-in debugging and unit support. So now let's go over the most used IDEs in software testing. So here's the most popular examples. Eclipse, it's often used for Java development. Now there's an Eclipse IDE, traditional desktop-based IDE for Java, but there's also an Eclipse CHE, CHE, which is cloud-based IDE designed for team collaboration and DevOps. So Eclipse is ideal for local development, and Eclipse CHE is ideal for remote development in cloud-based systems. IntelliJ IDEA is popular for Java, Kotlin, and web development. NetBeans supports Java well, but it's less commonly used for Selenium. Visual Studio Code. This one's lightweight, supports multiple languages, JavaScript, Python, and more. PyCharm is specialized for Python development. Xcode, used for iOS, macOS development. Visual Studio, commonly used for C# and .NET development. And WebStorm, the JavaScript and TypeScript IDE made by JetBrains. Okay, so next we have our easy to follow chart for software testing with automation. So here's your chart. You have to learn everything that a software tester would know. Functional, smoke, end-to-end, regression, responsive, cross-browser, sanity testing, exploratory testing, black box testing, API testing, integration testing, system testing, user acceptance testing. Now, if you want to use automation with it, you have to learn basically everything we have to learn for the software testing. What is it? The types of testing. By the end of this course, you'll know all that. We still have a few types to go over. Software development lifecycle, the software testing lifecycle, the browser dev tools and XPath simulator to do all your responsive testing, right, for all the different sizes, and displays, mobile, desktop, tablet. Levels of testing, what's unit testing, integration testing, system testing, UAT testing. Obviously, you gotta have the same effective communication skills to write test cases, report the defects, write the test plans. Methodologies, we already went through that, the Agile, Scrum, Kanban, Waterfall, etc. Tools, project management tools, Jira, Bugzilla, TestRail, those are the most popular. Cross-browser testing, you can learn BrowserStack, Sauce Labs Lambda tests, there's cross-browser testing. For automation specifically, Selenium, Cypress, Cucumber, Playwright, and Appium for mobile. I'm giving you like the skeleton of what you should learn first, okay? Because these are all the most popular cross-browser, the most popular project management tool, the most popular methodologies, usually Agile. So yeah, I'm giving you like the skeleton of the main things that if you learn everything right here, you're well on your way of getting an software testing job as an automation tester. So Python, Java, JavaScript, C#, I would say are the most popular languages. These for me are the most popular tools that are currently in use. The most popular IDEs for testers would be Eclipse, IntelliJ, VS Code, and PyCharm and VS Visual Studio, same. And again, it always helps to learn a little bit of SQL, especially if they want you to access a database and get information from there or do some database testing. And of course, API testing, you gotta learn Postman and SoapUI. And again, this will be available as a PDF to download in the resources. So this will be a very good starting checklist for you to become a software tester with automation.